All right, folks, welcome back to beautiful PeachLand, North Carolina, down here at Firewater Farm Sawmill. Just got done with a cedar order today. Now we're doing something we've finally been wanting to do for a while. We're gonna cut some lumber for a porch that we're building. Now, we just don't go digging in the log pile and get whatever log we can get a hold to when we're cutting for structural lumber. We're gonna talk a little bit about how we grade our logs. First thing you wanna do when you're cutting, you wanna think about strength. Strength from pine comes from good clear pine with no knots in it. So where do we want our strength? We want our strength in our floor joists. We want our strength in our rafters. So the flooring and the 2x4s, we can use a little bit of more of a lower grade log. So what we're after today, we're after good, what we call clear pine with no knots, minimum knots to make our rafters. We're cutting our rafters first. We got this log, just wanted to show you this. This is a beautiful southern yellow pine log. It measures 14 inches and it's pretty much that on the other end. And folks, if you look down that log, you have very little knots. You might have one here and a couple down there, but that is perfectly okay for our rafters. You can have a few knots in those because they don't take as much load as your floor. All right, so now we check this next log out. Like I say again, folks, this log is nice and clear, no limbs on it, good rafter material. This one here, getting a little bit more than a few knots in it, but still that is okay for rafters. When we cut into it, we might decide it's a little bit too knotty and make our flooring out of it. All of these next 4 logs, you can tell real nice, straight, minimum knots, make good, clear lumber. They're strong, that's what we're after. Now we get in over here, this is what I'm saying about grading logs. Now this log here, if you can look down it, it's got a crook to it. Well, when we saw that, we know that that crook is gonna have stress on it. It might make a good clear piece of lumber, but this lumber is gonna have a little bit of stress on it. So what we're gonna do with that lumber is we're gonna saw our flooring out of it. We're cutting 1x8s out of this, and we're gonna have them tongue and grooved for flooring. This next log, you can see right down here, it starts off with a knot. It's got a knot here, and as you go on, you see that stuff. That tells me that this is probably in the top of the tree, the top side of the tree, not towards the bottom of the tree. Less strength, not as clear. We're using that for flooring. Again, this right here is going to be a flooring log. You see it's 15 inches, beautiful log. But if you look down in there, it's got a crook in it, right in this area. Right in this area right here, got a crook. That grain in that log ain't going to be straight. It's going to be under stress. It would probably work good for rafters, but I think we're just going to go ahead and cut flooring out of it. Now, we get right here to this last log. We put this up here, just going to show you. This is going to be a 17-inch log. This is on the small end. Now, this tells me that this log here is down toward the base of the tree. It has the strongest growth rings in it. No whatsoever knot in it anywhere. This will be the strongest lumber that we have out of our log pile. So what we're gonna do with that, folks, we're gonna use it for our flooring, because you want a strong floor. Then your rafters, you want them to next grade down, you want them strong. And as the logs get worse, that's when you cut your flooring or your wall covering, anything like that, you can sacrifice having a knot in it and losing a little bit of strength. So just wanted to show you what we're doing here. Hope this makes sense to you. A little bit of how we grade our logs and get good quality lumber down here to make a quality structure. You don't want knots or defects in your lumber when you're trying to get a good, strong structure. So hope this helps y'all out. Have any questions or comments, hit us up. We appreciate you.